Hello my dear students, welcome back to class of Arisar Physics. Today I am going to discuss one of the important topic in the ray optics, refraction of the light. This video gives clear explanation of the basic concept of the refraction of the light, and it is very most important to solve the problems in the CBSE and JEE and NEET point of view. Be ready. I am going to start with the refraction of the light. Refraction. What is the refraction? Bending of a light rays when it is passes from one medium to another medium with a different optical density. So that means when the light is traveling from one medium to another medium, so there is a change in the speed. So what are the mediums? We have the two mediums. One is rarer medium and the next one is the denser medium. First one is rarer medium. Rarer medium. In the rarer medium, light travels faster. Light travels faster. Then if we take in the denser medium, light travels slower. So here, because of the due to the difference of the optical density, the light rays are bending, so from one medium to another medium. So here if we take in the two different mediums, one is rarer medium and the second one is the denser medium. In the rarer medium, light travels more faster, whereas in the denser medium, light travels slower here. So two different mediums are there. We have to find optical density, to measure optical density. Already you people studied in 10th standard itself one of the most important physical quantity, refractive index. What about the refractive index? It is denoted with the letter mu, refractive index. Refractive index mu is equal to, you can write simply can write mu is equal to C by V. Here what about the C? Here C is the speed of light in air or vacuum, where V is the speed of light in medium. So suppose if you find refractive index of air, mu is equal to C by V. So that means this velocity of the light is equal to the air only. So in the medium, that is equal to the C by C. You can write mu value as a 1. So we have refractive index, different values are there. Refractive index of water is 1.33, whereas refractive index for the diamond 2.42. So we have different refractive index values. Now if the light is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium, what will happen? When the light is traveling from one medium to another medium, you can observe here, when light is traveling the light is traveling from rarer to denser. When the light ray is incidenting, this is the incident ray. If we draw normal here, the refracted ray bend towards the normal, refracted ray. This is incident ray. This is normal. The angle between normal and incident ray is the angle of incidence, with the letter I. The angle between the normal and the refracted ray, so this is the angle of refraction. So that means it is towards normal. Refracted ray moves towards normal. Now suppose if when the light is traveling from here, when the light is traveling from rarer to denser, similar way, if the light is traveling from denser to rarer. Already we know when the light is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium, it will move towards the normal here. So this is which medium? This is denser medium. This is rarer medium. Here, whereas in this is rarer medium, and this is denser medium. If you observe in this, when the light ray is traveling from denser to rarer, so this is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of refraction. We can take angle of refraction, and we can observe two cases where light no bend. So what are the two cases? Two cases where light no bend. Very most important point, students, be observe carefully here. When the light is incidenting, normal incidence. So this is medium mu1, this is the medium mu2, normal incidence. So here angle of incidence will be 0, then refraction is also 0. Normal incidence. And one more here, mu1 is not equal to mu2. Suppose if mu1 is equal to mu2, here also no bending of a light. No bending of the light here. This is the medium mu1 and this is the medium mu2. Here you can say mu1 is equal to mu2. Right, here there is no bending of a light. Here also no bending of the light. In the two cases where light no bend. Here refractive index, what we know refractive index mu is equal to we know C by V. I am taking V1, so this is the refractive index of the medium mu1, and whereas refractive index of a medium mu2 is equal to, we can write as a C by V2. Then if we take mu2 divided by mu1 is equal to, what you can write, C by V2 divided by C upon V1, then CC gets cancelled. You can write V1 divided by V2. From this you can say refractive index mu is inversely proportional to the velocity. Here, and we know one more point, velocity V is equal to, what you can write, F into lambda we can write. Here this F, where V is the velocity and F is the frequency and lambda is the wavelength, this frequency only depends only on the source. So this frequency only depends on source, where velocity and wavelength depends on the medium. Where F is the frequency will be depends on the source, and velocity and wavelength will be depends on the medium. If you simplify this refractive index, of the medium 2 with respect to 1, one mu2 is equal to, we can write mu2 upon mu1, that is equal to, we can write velocity V1 divided by velocity V2. Observe, dear students, this is a very most important point. Mu2 by mu1 is equal to V1 by V2, where you can write velocity V is equal to, frequency will be depends only on the source, F into lambda 1 divided by F into lambda 2. F gets cancelled. Then you can write mu2 by mu1 is equal to V1 by V2, that is equal to lambda 1 by lambda 2. If you write refractive index in terms of water and glass, refractive index of water with respect to glass, mu, refractive index of water with respect to glass, mu Wg. You can write mu W by mu G, that is equal to Vg divided by Vw, that is equal to lambda G divided by lambda W. Next, laws of refraction. In this first law, incident ray, normal and refracted ray lies in the same plane at the point of incidence. Suppose you take, this is a plane, this is the incident ray, normal and refracted ray. So this is I, this is R, and normal. These will be lie at the point of incidence. So at this point they will lie at the same time. Second law, very most important. There is a possible to make mistakes here. Observe carefully. One of the important topic in the ray optics. With this you can solve the problems easily. Second one is Snell's law. Snell's law. Make it star, this one, students. Snell's law. So here I am taking different angle of incidence and different angle of refractions. You can take this, the first one, incident ray, normal. So this is angle of incidence I1, this is the angle of refraction R1. Angle of incidence I2 and refraction is R2. And third one I3 and refraction is R3. Here, according to Snell's law, for a given pair of media, the ratio of sine angle of incidence and the sine angle of refraction is constant. For a given pair of media, the ratio of sine of angle of incidence and sine of the angle of refraction is constant. For a given pair of media, the ratio of the sine angle of incidence and sine of the angle of refraction remains constant. So here if you have three diagrams, if you observe, sine I1 divided by sine R1, that is equal to sine I2 divided by sine R2, that is equal to sine I3 divided by sine R3, that is equal to constant. So here sin I by sin R is equal to sin I by sin R is equal to mu 2 divided by mu 1. So that is equal to refractive index of the medium 2 with respect to 1. Sin I by sin R equal to mu 2 divided by mu 1 here. The ratio 1 mu 2 is called here refractive index of the second medium with respect to the refractive index of the second medium with respect to the 1. I hope everyone understand and everyone liked it. Please subscribe my channel and you can forward to your friends also. And in the next videos I am going to upload all the ray optics and the wave optics. Please keep on watching. In the upcoming videos, I'm going to keep all the ray optics and wave optics videos. Keep watching. Thank you.